There she is. Street Scrambler in her new trim. I say new trim, I mean no touring gear, and the new brown bench seat, which looks like a bird's done a shit on it. That's good. Thought I'd show you that. Don't have the bag on today either. Thought I'd show you this before I head off. Do a little vlog. Some guys were asking if I was going to get the bench seat, and yeah, it was always the thing I was going to get for the Scrambler. Just I took my time getting one because they're quite expensive, but if you follow me on Instagram you'll have seen it already. But I managed to get this seat at a really good price from Triumph. They're like 225 quid, 250 quid, something like that. I managed to pick this one up on eBay. It's brand new, it's not second hand. Well, it is second hand in the sense that it's come from eBay, but it's brand new. 160 quid with 15 postage, 175 quid for the bench seat, and it's the one I wanted, and it's mint. I will say this about it though, a few other guys on Instagram were asking me what the seat was like, and I can tell you after doing about 100 miles on it, for the rider it's not as comfy as the standard seat, but for the pillion it's a lot better. But it's, you know, it's a bit firmer than the standard seat, so I reckon in the long run it's probably better than the standard seat. Plus it just looks amazing. Really finishes off the Scramble look, and you can get it in black as well, but the brown one, it's all about the brown one. So yeah, it's pretty comfortable. I don't know what it'd be like on super long trips. I'll have to test that out for you, like proper long rides. I'm going to go into the Lake District in about a fortnight with a mate of mine for a couple of days, and then possibly into Scotland. So yeah, I'll test it out, see what it's like then. I know my girlfriend likes it already over the standard pillion seat, because it's wider, it's comfier. The standard pillion seat on the Street Scrambler is rubbish, really is. But anyway, I digress. Enough talking about the new seat, even though the new seat is lick. I'm back. This is the first vlog back from Europe, and I thought I'd do a little brief summary talking about what it was like touring on the Street Scrambler. Seeing as I've got 4,500 miles on this bike now, and I've had it since April. I've done a fair bit of mileage. Might end up actually just like cool it a bit with the riding the Street Scrambler all the time. I'm looking to get another bike, so I'm not putting mad miles on this, but I don't know what I get. I really want to get like a touring bike, like a proper adventure bike, not like a sports tourer, because I'm not old enough for that. I want like a proper adventure bike. I'm looking at Triumph Tigers, BMW GS's. But yeah, the Triumph Street Scrambler, she did really well around Europe. No hiccups or anything, even though I met a couple of people while we were riding. Oh, you're doing all this mileage on a Triumph? Yeah, you might want to be getting the breakdown, people. No, mate, this bike was fantastic the entire time. Never let me down once. Performed beautifully the entire time. It was great, I can't complain about it. Even like through all that torrential rain that we had in France, the bike still did alright. Even got left out in a forest overnight, woke up in the morning and it was like in a puddle halfway up the rim. Let's see what's up with this guy. You alright, man? What's up? Just... Oh, bad times. What happened then? Just die?
Yeah, I was just coming along and then the throttle's just gone.
Let's have a look. You're not run out of petrol, have you? No, cable seat. I think... Oh no, your cable's alright. That's weird. Not bumped kill switch out. Don't even have a kill switch. Is it not turned over or anything? Just give it a... Yeah, it seems alright, man. Is it going to gear? You might... That's weird, as. That's proper dodgy. Looks like you might be alright. Oh well, she's going. Cool. No worries, mate. Take it easy, dude. Hope it works. Anyway, yeah, what was I on about? Touring bike. No, I wasn't. I was talking about the Scrambler as a touring bike. Excellent touring bike. Beautiful. Now, this is the thing. I was going to do this video as a separate video, but I might go a little bit off-road here because I've been itching to do a bit of off-roading since I've been back, and there's this little route that I can do here. So we're gonna take the bike off-road for a bit. So I've had the bike for 4 months, 5 months-ish, and I've done 4,500 miles. I kind of know a bit about this bike now. I can tell you that it's really good all-around bike. My friend asked me the other day, he's like, oh, what's the pros and cons of your Scrambler? And I couldn't really think of any cons. It's loaded with pros, it really is. Like, this bike is absolutely incredible. Like, it just does anything you want it to do. I mean, how many other bikes do you know that you could just go from riding on the road to down a little dirty track like this? I hope this doesn't get really muddy because I can't be arsed with that. But yeah, it's awesome. It really is. It's absolutely incredible economy. Like up in Switzerland where the speed limit's slower, I was getting like 235 miles to a tank. That's min. That's awesome. It's comfortable. You can ride it for hours on end with no issue. Absolutely fantastic, and it goes off-road. You point this bike where you want to go and it will go. I'm getting a helmet full of fly. Yeah, there is a couple of little issues I have with the bike. One major one is the mudguard on the front, right? The front mudguard is a bit balls. Yeah, there's like, it seems to spray water at you directly out of the side of the mudguard. If you're riding in rain or on a wet road, it has a tendency to shoot water out of the tread and directly like onto your legs, which isn't ideal really. And I've just ridden through loads of mud. What did I say about not wanting to go through all the mud? It's alright, I'm getting my bike valeted in a few days anyway. Yeah, I don't know why, like the mudguard seems like it's not wide enough for the wheel. If you're riding on wet roads, it just absolutely cakes your legs. Oh my word, the mud. Like I'm getting mud on me now just from that. Like it seems like it's not wide enough to go all the way around the top of the wheel. I've been a bit of a fanny down this track today. I normally kind of blaze it a bit, but oh, got a bit sketchy sideways there. But that's really the only issue I have. I think like the bash plate could be better. Like they could have put a better bash plate on there, but I think once companies start bringing out more aftermarket parts for this bike, like the bash plates and stuff, you're not going to have an issue getting, you know, an aftermarket bash plate that's a bit more substantial than the stock one that's made of plastic. But it does the job. It does the job. You can't really ask for much more than that, can you? I've done this track a few times now, and no one's ever had a go at me because it kind of goes through that farm. But you know, it's a nice little shortcut on my way to work. Pull over and I'll tell you what I mean. Explain it a bit better. Oh, I managed to pick up some nettles there. That's interesting. That's good. Yeah. So like, there's like it comes along here and it doesn't like if this mudguard was just a bit wider, you'd be all right. But what happens is when you're riding, water just streams out of here, and then that's directly onto your legs. It's not ideal. I think I've got a muddy back. Where's all this mud come from? Didn't go through the mud too fast. Oh well, she's gonna need another wash when I get home. But that's like it. I mean, you can't really complain about the bike because it's pretty good all-rounder, really. It's balanced. It's easy to ride. Some people complain that it's heavy, but I really don't think it is heavy at all. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that bad. But I love this. I love the Street Scrambler. So once it starts getting to winter, this bike's going. It will be going off the road. It will be going back in the. It will be getting put away for the winter. Won't be riding this through winter unless we have some, you know, nice winter days. I'm not going to be riding this thing through the winter at all. I'll have to get something else. I don't know what to get. I really wouldn't mind a GS, like a 1250, not a 1250, an 1150. So many insects in my helmet. How have they got in there? Look at her in a in a natural environment covered in mud. Look at the radiator. Oh my word. Some guys probably they'll probably watch my videos of me taking the Street Scrambler off-road and think I'm a fucking idiot, but you know, Scrambler in name, Scrambler in nature, isn't it? That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Oh, she looks amazing with that seat on. Let's get a picture. Let's get a picture. Oh, they have brought out the decat kit as well. The Free Spirits have brought out their decat kit. My mate of mine who works at Triumph has just let me know that they're in. So I might actually go see if I can get one of them to test. See what that's like with the decat. I'm still waiting for Tech to bring their decat out. Zard have also just brought out 9 exhausts. One of my followers on Instagram sent me a link to Zard's website with all the new exhausts that they're bringing out for the Street Scrambler. 9 of them. 9 exhaust systems for this bike, and I have to say that all of them look really good. There's even a couple of like underswept ones that look really, really nice. I don't know which one I'd go for, to be honest with you. There's quite a couple of high level ones. They're a bit of money though. I think they're upwards of €1,000. Oh, it smells of countryside around here. But yeah, that's about it, guys. She did awesome around Europe. I loved it. I'd quite happily do Europe again on this bike. She was fantastic. I'd love to take her up into Scandinavia. That's an adventure that I want to do. I do want to go to Spain. I have this idea, I have this dream of riding this bike to the Arctic Circle. That would be an adventure. The little rack on the back of the stock seat, that proved to be quite useful for putting the Kriega, the bags on. I did have one US 10 like hanging here, and it did slip a bit on the rack and ended up melting on the exhaust, but that was the only little issue I had. This rack, absolutely excellent. If you could get some proper pannier rack like mount to go across the back there to stop things slapping into the wheel, that would be great. I don't know if there is any of them. There probably is. Someone probably does some. I'll need to find that. Yeah, she was absolutely great. I'd love to get some new tyres. These tyres are going to be shot soon, to be honest with you. Having done 4,500 miles, they're going to need changing, so I'm probably going to get some TKC 80s on this thing, because I have a love for the TKC 80. They're an absolutely phenomenal tyre, even on the road and in the dirt. They're an absolutely great tyre all round. I can't sing this bike's praises enough, to be honest with you. And it wheelies. It wheelies pretty well. I've managed to get the old front wheel up a few times now, practicing the wheelies. Anyway, yeah, that's my little roundup of the trip and the new seat and talking about things. I hope you guys enjoyed this random video. The next video will be another episode from the trip. Day 2 is pretty good, so I hope you guys are looking forward to that. Cheers for watching. Follow me on Instagram, subscribe if you haven't, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.